We are live. Welcome to episode 2 of Rush Hour. We all heard about the breaking news, you know. Well, first let's get into it. I am Angry Lakers fan alongside Eric Kwan, EQ, one half of Rush Hour, presented by Lakers World Order. And you want to start off with the breaking news, Eric, with the firing of Darvin Ham?
I mean, Darvin just got fired, right? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah, he did, man. What's up, Mr. 81? What up, Reg Dog? Um, we knew it was gonna happen, man.
Yep.
We were just waiting on what day it was gonna happen and
Yep.
when. We kept hearing about the end of the week, and I guess they kept their word. So hey,
Mhm.
so what I seen on Twitter, and I got my notes. What I seen on
Mhm.
Twitter is that some of the candidates that's been talked about is Mike Budenholzer, Kenny Atkinson,
Mhm.
JJ Redick, and if Tyronn Lue. What do you think about those names, man?
I don't think it's gonna be Tyronn Lue because I know how the Clippers are when it comes to the Lakers. So I don't think it's gonna be Tyronn Lue.
Yeah,
Um,
and shot. Oh, my bad.
I don't think it's gonna be Mike Budenholzer because Darvin Ham used to be his assistant in Milwaukee, so I don't think that's gonna be the answer. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, it could be JJ Redick since him and LeBron James have done some things off the court, so it's highly possible. Um, I mean, I think JJ's the favorite at this point.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. He's the favorite. He's also the person on this list with no NBA head coaching experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me read off some stats real quick. You got Mike Budenholzer. We just talked about. He is from the Greg Popovich tree. He was the
Mm-hmm.
assistant coach with the Spurs, not between 1996 and 2013. He also was the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, and recently he was the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, where he won an NBA championship. Um, he has an overall head coaching record of 484 wins with 317 losses. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Atkinson, he does have some assistant coaching experience with three different teams. Actually four: Knicks, Hawks, Clippers, Warriors. My bad about the noise, man. I'm out in the car and it's like a trash truck out here. So if y'all hear beeping, that's what that is. Uh, he does have one stint with the Brooklyn Nets as a head coach, where he went 118 and 190.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible. But did again, that squad wasn't like the squad that he could potentially have here. So I mean, he could step that up as well. But I personally, I personally hope if JJ Redick is the favorite, I hope that he at least gets some great basketball minds around him. Guys that's been a long time assistant coach, or even guys that had stints as head coach.
I would
Hell, even
see.
go back to what they did in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ones that were candidates for a head coach, put him on a bench. Whoever's not hired as a head coach, make him an assistant coach. That way you
No, they're
have all
not.
them great basketball minds there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
guess what? Mark Jackson's not on that list. So.
Yeah, he's not. He did get an interview the same time Darvin Ham did, and that didn't go well, I guess.
No. Mm-mm.
So, but appreciate you, Samurai Beast Warrior. What up, Mr. 81? Shout out to Mr. 81. Y'all subscribe to him, man. I seen he uploaded a video. I didn't watch it yet, but he uploaded a video about Darvin Ham's firing. But yeah, man, I really I want to hear what you got to say, Eric, before I go deeper into this.
The only question I have is when is Rob Pelinka ever gonna have a serious sit down conversation outside of Anthony Davis and LeBron James?
Like you said, when you gonna have a conversation with them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It seems
me
like a
personally,
brand new roster outside of those two guys every year. It's like what?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we have that's one thing we also got to do, man. We got to get a roster and stick with it. We can't have players coming in and out every year and a half. Like it's not a comfortable place mentally if you're going to be on this team, knowing that there's a chance that your name could be in trade talks by the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
It especially knowing that LeBron James is that type of player that has pull when it comes to getting people traded.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I really look, man. I'm really tired of seeing a different team every year, and I'm tired of seeing a different coach every 2 years.
I mean,
Like
even they broke up the championship team and they even have a serious conversation with any of those guys outside of LeBron and AD. I
right.
mean,
Like I don't understand why if it ain't the old term is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
mm-hmm.
You just got off of a championship. Now, but granted, it was a quick turnaround because of the
Yeah,
COVID
2 months.
stoppage.
2 months.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody was going through that, especially if you went deep in the playoffs. Everybody was getting 2 months off.
Mm-hmm.
You should have just brought everybody back. It looked like everybody wanted to come back. I think if what's the name didn't get the threats to him and his family, he would have came back.
Danny Green. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have at least won another one, at least one more in this
Or
in this 6 year stint with LeBron James.
you could have tested out part of the season and see what a team is, and then you could make moves later. I mean,
Exactly. What's up, Kareem?
it is Kareem.
Yeah, shout out to Kareem, man. Y'all subscribe to the Kareem Report and the Beat 139, man. Uh he be having some good interviews over there at the Beat 139, man. I checked out one of them with the captain. That was a great interview. I watched the whole thing. Shout out to Kareem and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mean to cut you off, Eric.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I really want the whoever. Look, I don't know who's hiring these coaches, to tell you the truth, because we was hiring
I don't know who
boneheaded
either.
coaches before Rob Pelinka got there.
Yeah, I don't know who either. I mean,
So whoever was responsible for hiring these coaches, they need to really do a thorough background check. Uh, Look, as a matter of fact, this is what needs to happen. All right, whatever coach you have in mind after you interview these guys,
mm,
and they tell you what type of scheme that they're going to have, bring in those type of players. Okay, it don't matter if the fans think it makes sense or not. You need players that's going to fit the coach's scheme if you want the coach to work.
mm-hmm,
Like you have to at least give him that. You can't
mm-hmm.
bring in like an offensive minded coach, but have all these
Or,
defenders
or let
and
him
vice
hire his
versa.
own assistant. Or let him hire
Right,
his own assistants
right,
instead of treating assistant coaches like placeholders. Like,
exactly. They almost like
mm-hmm,
poster boys, yeah,
mm-hmm,
almost like poster boys. Like they just get hired just for the title. Like they don't really be
yep.
doing no coaching at all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen it for far too long. I didn't even realize it, but It's been going around that we since what 2011 had 8 coaches. I mean, I didn't realize it, but 8 coaches is a lot.
boy. Well, all the assistant coaches are gone too. That's interesting.
What up, Big Baby? Shout out to Big Baby. He about to start work in a minute. But shout out to him, man. He said he's going live tonight. He gonna watch the replay of this show, but then he's gonna go live tonight. So
Mm.
shout out to Big Baby, man. Get that
Mm.
money, man. Get that money. Mr. 81 just said he got a notification that the Lakers have fired the entire assistant coaching staff. Is that so? That means what's the name going to?
So handy.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate Phil Handy. Look,
Ooh.
he can still
I,
stick around, but just not as an assistant coach.
no, but he developed players to the next level, like Max Christian and those guys. I mean,
Yeah, I'll just keep him around for like player development, something like that.
yeah, I mean, player development is Phil Handy's
Yeah,
um, expertise. So
right. Yeah, we know that. That's why we wanted him to.
yeah,
Now, if this was a team full of rookies, this would be perfect for Phil Handy.
mm-hmm.
But these veterans, they got a big ego, man. So it's like you got to go with the.
I mean, LeBron worked with Phil Handy. I can't believe he didn't vouch for him.
What's up, Blaze? Blaze Reed
I
Jenkins.
mean,
What up, man?
it's funny how LeBron didn't vouch for Phil Handy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna assume, okay,
Hmm.
that Phil Handy is not completely gone
I hope so.
because I
Mm,
don't think Phil Handy was a problem.
no,
I don't think he's completely gone.
no.
I think he's gonna stick around at least for player development, or they might give him like some type of role with the South Bay Lakers.
Maybe.
Like he just fired as an assistant coach. I don't. He can always get like demoted or some shit like that.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping that he's not gone completely. I'm assuming he's not gone completely because I appreciate as a fan. I appreciate the work that Phil Handy puts in.
Hmm.
So uh
What? I
yeah,
mean,
man. I personally don't think because Big Baby brought this up too when he was talking on the phone. Shout out to
hmm.
him. He said that since the news that the Lakers were after Tyronn Lue, the Clippers had just offered him an extension.
The Clippers did
So
off. Yeah, Tyron was
yeah,
not going anywhere. Yeah.
yeah, so, all right. So in your opinion, do you think that since Tyronn Lue is sticking around, do you think they're gonna finally get rid of PG or Kawhi?
No, they're keeping the whole entire crew.
Mm, that's
They
a
have
hot
to
take, man.
they have to show something in the new arena they're gonna have next season. They have to show something. They can't just clean the roster and end up being a I don't know a bottom lottery team. I don't think they're going to do that in the new building. I don't think
I
they're
mean,
going
yeah,
to
you
do
want some kind of star power. You you,
that.
you do. I just been hearing rumblings from like different people that cover the sport that
Hmm.
Not Phil Jackson, Paul George might be on his way out of there,
Hmm.
whether he wants to leave or not.
I mean, he could take money in Philly. He could take money in OKC. I mean, he could take money in Orlando. I mean, all the teams that have cap space. He has
Yeah,
options, but the Clippers could give him the most. So,
yeah, Clippers can give him the most. I think he will actually be a great replacement for Tobias Harris because
oh
I don't think
geez,
Tobias Harris is gonna stick
Tobias Harris
around,
was
man.
awful. Tobias Harris was awful.
Yeah, but another thing,
Hmm.
do Paul George want to go all the way to Philly to deal with what he's dealing with the Clippers, with his co-star always getting hurt.
I mean, Joe Embiid to Kawhi.
I mean, it would be his first time playing with like a all-star caliber big man. I mean, unless you want to count Roy Hibbert. I don't even know if he was an all-star,
I mean, Roy Hibbert
but
was more of a Roy Hibbert was more of a bruiser than Embiid.
yeah, he was. Frank Vogel had him over there as a
Head
almost a
coach.
defensive player of the year candidate, man.
Hmm.
That's why Lakers got him at one point because he was over there with the Pacers balling.
Uh,
But what y'all think in the chat, man? Let me see what y'all talking about. Reg Dog said he would trade Rui and maybe a second for PG. I know he
the
don't want to
Clip,
leave LA.
the Clippers never will make a. I mean, that trade was terrible though. When they made a trade with the Clippers.
Oh yeah,
Um,
with getting what's his name? What's that center
Zubac for
name?
Muscala. Zubac for
Yeah,
Muscala. Man, forget about it. Like,
yeah, that didn't work out too well at all. That didn't work. He was supposed to be that stretch five that he never was with us,
mm-hmm.
but he shot decently everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. The bright lights ain't for everybody, and that shows. I mean, you can shoot the lights out anywhere else, but you come to the Lakers, you like your shot is gone. Your shot disintegrates. Like, and it's crazy because you can come into the crypto as an opponent and shoot the lights out, but if once you put on that purple and gold uniform, it's like Space Jam. You lose all your powers.
Mm-hmm.
You forget how to shoot. Like your percentage go down 10%. You know, so that's why sometimes I be hesitant on picking up these shooters in the free agency, man. Because
Yeah, like Buddy Hield and
yeah,
whoever else is out there. No.
like we paying you for your shooting services, but you ain't shooting it right. What else can you offer?
Mm-hmm.
We paying you for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. If we gonna get like a shooter,
I think we
well,
might
we
have to
already ain't got
draft.
no money to spend like that.
I think we might have to draft one because all the other ones are too expensive that they're going to be over the cap next year into the second apron. They decide to run it back.
Do you think we should get a shooter with the first round pick or the second round pick?
I think we might have to go. I think we might have to go first round because I think that's where the better players are at the first pick. The second round, I don't think you're going to get much. Um, the second round pick
Salute,
is
go
just going to
James.
be the second round pick is just going to be a placeholder in the G League. So it's probably be the first round pick.
Yeah, I was really hoping that with any pick we use for it, whether it's the first round pick or the second round pick, I
Or
hope
maybe
at
a
one of
big
those
man.
points, I just
Or
hope at one
maybe
of those picks, what happened?
or maybe just go get a big man with the 17th pick that can shoot.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At least with one of those picks,
Mm-hmm.
we get the best center available at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever's the best center available at number 17, get him. Or
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the best center available at number 55, get him.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need a center going forward. We ain't gonna find him in free agency at all.
No.
Hardenstein ain't going nowhere, especially since the Knicks advance. Uh,
Valanciunas. It's not going to take less money.
right. Blaze Reed Jenkins said Paul George to Orlando would work.
Yeah. Put Paul George at the 2. Put Wagner at the 3 and Bunker at the 4. Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Well, Mr. 81, in my opinion, I think the reason why he got fired as an assistant coach, not because he did something wrong, but because they're giving the new coach a chance to hire his own team.
mm-hmm.
Like he want to bring in his own staff,
Yeah, I don't want Ragged at all unless he has better assistants around him. That's all I
right?
can tell you.
And I just, like I said earlier, I just hope whoever we hire, they bring in some great basketball minds around him, especially if you're a first time head coach like
Mm-hmm.
JJ Redick. Bring you some great basketball minds around you because you can't do it alone.
No.
Even Phil Jackson had guys like Tex Winter. You
Yeah.
can't, nobody can do it alone. You got to have that core. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you got to have that core. So I would hope he brings some basketball genius around him on that bench because it's looking like, like Eric Kwan said earlier, that JJ Redick might be the top candidate right now, the leading candidate at this point,
Mm-hmm.
especially if LeBron James has have a say with it.
Well, it also depends if he opts out and whatever contract money he has. What part of the job do I see Zach E? There's a possible chance that Zach Edey could be at the back end of the lottery, and there's a chance that he could drop to the Lakers at 17. It's between the back end of the lottery and where the Lakers are at. So,
I say if he does drop to us, we should pick him up.
mm-hmm.
Like we shouldn't even try to wait until the
No.
second round because somebody go pick him up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because as you can see in today's NBA, power forwards and centers are getting taller. And what is he like? What 7'2"?
Mm. It's quite up there.
Yeah, power forwards and centers are getting taller. Look at Wemby. Look at Chet. Even Embiid is 7'2".
I mean,
Every,
yeah,
every, every
Porzingis.
Porzingis what 7'4", something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's not. We're not asking him to be a superstar.
No.
We just asking him to be a presence.
Yeah, he's
That's
going
it.
first round. Yeah, he's going first round. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he's going first round.
Yeah, he's definitely going first round. Where in the first round, I don't know, but he's definitely going first.
Probably the back end of the lottery too, where the Lakers are at.
Yeah, and if he's there, man, I'm telling you, Rob better get him. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Like it shouldn't even take that long to say the pick is in if he's still on the board.
The
Because I'm gonna
guy
be watching the draft.
from the guy from NC State. I mean, he's a bruiser. Yeah. Yeah, he's top 20. Yeah. He's between the back end of the lottery to where the Lakers are at. Mm-hmm.
Well, if he stops 20, that's good for us, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
assuming we got 17th pick,
Mm-hmm.
we can pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
Goat James said, which would you prefer, Zach Eddy, the kid from UConn, or the big from NC State?
The kid from UConn, he's projected to be top 3. So we're not getting no top 3 pick to get that guy from UConn. So, and then the NC State guy, I mean, it depends who does better. I mean, him or Zach Edey, who does better in the workouts. So the guy from UConn's a top 3 pick. there's no way getting a top three pick. So that's how high the UConn kid is gonna be.
So you think he might go to somewhere like Detroit?
Yeah, he might go to Detroit. He might go to Toronto. I mean, he's up there. Even Washington.
It's speaking of Toronto, man. It's crazy that the two guys they traded are still in the playoffs, going against each other. Ain't the Knicks going against Pacers next?
Yeah, yeah.
That old school rivalry right there renewed. I used to love
Siakam
those
and
Knicks and Pacers rivalries back in the days.
yeah, Siakam and
Siakam and OG Ananobi.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love when these old school rivalries just renew, just come back
Mhm.
to life. Because
Mhm.
Knicks used to be in heated battles with the Pacers and Miami back in the day.
Mhm.
Back when I was watching in the '90s, like we used to see a lot of heated matches between Reggie Miller at the Garden, lighting them up in front of
Ugly.
what's that? Spike Lee, yeah,
Like
with the
yeah.
choking hand sign and all that type of
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
Those were the days. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. They Reggie Miller is going to be in attendance for that series. At least one of those games. I
Mhm.
guarantee you he is. Especially if one of those games is on TNT.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama's gonna be scary.
He is. He said he want Lakers Spurs rivalry to
That
reboot.
rivalry is not gonna happen anytime soon. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Like, I mean, I wish.
I need that Lakers and Celtics rivalry to make a comeback, man. Everybody
Yeah,
too friendly, man.
yeah, Pacers could beat them with Halliburton and the Siakam.
Go James said it'd be good if they got two bigs. Well, use both of their picks to get bigs.
I mean, they still have Colin Castleton, who's on a two-way contract. Um, they still have the play option with Jackson Hayes for 2.5 million. I mean, if they think that Colin Castleton would make the main roster or he stays as a two-way, depends.
So I got a question, Eric. How do those two
Hmm.
way contracts work with keeping a player or waiving them? Like, is it easier to get rid of a player that's on a two way, or is it tougher?
And that's easier. It's either you want to put him on the main roster or he's a free agent.
So let's just say Goat James's idea came to life, and the Lakers got two bigs. They can just say we don't want Castleton no more, just let him walk, or
Well, he's
Harry
still,
Giles.
or you, it depends. He'll still be on a two-way though. I mean, if you don't put
Oh,
on the
okay,
main roster. Hmm.
got you. Yeah, 'cause I never knew personally. I never knew how those contracts work. Like when it comes to, because the only thing I know about people on two way contracts is that
Hmm.
they're not eligible for playoff contention. Like
No,
they can
because
only play.
they only
Yeah,
limit it to like between 50 to 60 regular season games. So
yeah. So, and honestly, I think that for some of those games we could have used Colin Castleton, especially while we was out there looking for another big.
eh, that he never tried it, so it
Yeah,
happened.
he did.
Not even
I
Jackson
just
Hayes.
hope not even Jackson Hayes.
That's the sad part though.
Hell yeah. Mr. Laidback 808, he said, salute Eric. What up, Mr. Laidback?
What's up, laid back?
Yeah, that series is gonna be crazy. I think I'm gonna actually watch that because I haven't been
Yeah,
really been watching any other series like that.
yeah. The Patrick Ewing against Reggie Miller days. I mean, those were the days. Yeah.
Speaking of the '90s, I don't know if y'all heard, but NBC has put their bid in. I think for 2.5 billion or something like that to get all the rights away from TNT.
Uh, I
I
mean,
think it's for
shit.
2.5 billion. Don't quote me on that.
I should if I'm. I mean, I would want to see NBA back on NBC and TNT at this point. Like,
Daniel Berry Sports, man, we appreciate you, brother. Um, Thank you for joining Angry Lakers Fan Media. Yeah, Rush Hour. Me and Eric,
mhm,
we this is our show called Rush Hour. We try to make our schedules work to come out with shows every now and then. We
mhm,
gonna try to do at least one or two shows a week because
mhm,
it's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about.
mhm. Yeah, I would like it. I would like NBA back on NBC than TNT. I would.
Yes, especially man, NBA on NBC. I grew up with that, man. Like
Mhm.
that intro got you pumped to see
Mhm.
whoever. It don't matter who was playing.
No.
That intro got you pumped.
Yep. They just gonna.
That intro got you
Yeah.
pumped, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Celtics and Magic. I mean,
That would be an interesting series. I might
but
catch that one too.
yeah, yeah. Just I mean, if the Magic can pull off a 2 or 3 deficit and win Game 7, it's the only thing.
Yeah, I gotta. Like I said, I haven't watched too much. I probably caught like maybe a game and a half of
Mhm.
the Clippers and Maverick series,
Mhm.
but I haven't really been watching too many people play because I've been mainly focused on the Lakers. But now that the Lakers are out,
Mhm.
I might find myself seeing what these other teams look like. I definitely want to catch that Pacers and Knicks series. I think that's going to be exciting.
Mhm.
Um, this Minnesota and Denver series going to be tough to watch. I know it is.
That might go 7.
Yeah, that may go seven. That may go seven. That's going to be that's like a juggernaut of a series right there.
And Rudy Gobert doesn't want to lose a Game 7 against Denver ever again in his career. So just hoping Minnesota can pull it off in 7. Um, WCW.
Um,
It depends on what TBS and TNT are doing at this point. Depends.
I will tell you this, Samurai. I used to watch both as a kid. I used to click back and forth.
Mhm.
On
Mhm.
Monday nights when one go to commercial, I click to the other one.
Yep. Mhm.
So I watched all of them, man. WWE, well WWF back then,
Mhm.
WCW, and I watched the ECW on Fridays.
Yeah, I
I
mean
used to
those.
watch all that, man. The actual ECW, not the one that the
Mhm.
WWE made up.
No, not that
The
one.
actual
Yeah.
ECW, where the ring ropes was barbed wire and stuff like that, man.
Ah, man.
Cactus Jack and Terry Funk getting blown up in the ring. That ECW. That's why RBD is my favorite high flyer of all time.
And
For me
Sabu.
watching ECW.
Sabu.
Yeah, Sabu was tough too, man. Sabu was a him and New Jack were like risk takers, man.
Oh my goodness, New Jack.
Yeah, rest in
Boy.
peace to New Jack.
Yeah.
But enough about wrestling, Samurai. I
Yeah.
see what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
I see what you were trying to do. We ain't gonna talk. If you want to talk about wrestling, just follow my wrestling channel, man. My wrestling opinion matters.
Mhm.
Just type in my wrestling opinion matters. That's my wrestling channel, man.
Mhm.
We gonna keep it basketball and at times football and baseball on this channel.
Mhm.
Speaking of basketball, Laker girl, we will be talking
Mhm.
about the Sparks when the Spark season starts. The preseason actually starts tomorrow night at 6:30. against the Seattle Storm. So I most likely probably will be catching some of that game so I can talk about it on her channel and this channel. Shout out to the Sparks. I grew up a Sparks fan too. I just haven't been really catching too many games over the years.
Well, the new two players are gonna be
Go,
good now.
yeah. Go James said he's interested in the Pacers Knicks because of the talks behind Brunson and Halliburton. The winner of that series will tell who's the better player as far as this season. Yeah,
Yep, that part is true. Who's the better point guard? Yep.
I mean this series right here can reignite that heated rivalry that used to be. I'm
Yeah, the
telling you,
Eastern Conference.
look,
Yeah, the Eastern
yes,
Conference.
yes, I'm telling you, bruh. If this series, Pacers and Knicks, live up to the hype, I guarantee you, you're gonna see Reggie Miller show up in the crowd somewhere.
And Patrick Ewing.
You'd probably be sitting next to Spike Lee.
Or Patrick Ewing. Which one?
Yeah. You might see some of the old Knicks come out, like Patrick Ewing, John Starks, maybe Allen Houston, maybe Spreewell.
I don't know if Mike Jackson's all back in that building over in New York.
Yeah, Mark Jackson.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If I was
Wait,
the Knicks, man, for this series, I'd probably try
hey,
to break out the
who had
what
Mark Jackson? Who had Mark Jackson vote for? Like he played for both teams.
he did. He did.
That's crazy. He played for both teams.
He did play for both teams.
I don't know.
People forget Mark Jackson used to be a hell of a passer. Like
Yep.
Mark Jackson was a great passer.
Mm-hmm.
He used to do some Magic Johnson stuff sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, it's hot in this car, man. I'm gonna let the window down real quick.
Man, this is crazy.
I just don't want y'all to hear all this noise because this trash truck is in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, that feels way better. Get some fresh air. Man, okay. This is what I want to do right now. Okay. I just want to go because whatever I say is not going to change anything. We already knowing that LeBron James is about to get a 3-year extension. There's no stopping that. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
get it.
Yep.
What I want to focus on as a fan is letting this team, whoever comes back, right the wrong. Because we
Mm-hmm.
got rid of the problem. The problem is no longer here. Y'all said the coach was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you players said the coach was the problem. So the coach is gone. So that means y'all gonna go to the finals, right? Or at least the Western Conference Finals and make it
Mm-hmm.
competitive.
Yep.
That's what y'all telling me.
Yeah, no playing seed. At least be top 4. Right.
Right. Thank you. No more. No. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
No more playing. No more playing. None of that. No. None of that. No.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
Top 4.
Top 4. I'll even take 5th.
I'll take
Don't be in no play in nothing. Nothing. Salute Detroit.
Yeah.
Go James said, in your opinion, fellas, who has the better supporting cast of players?
The next two.
I think the Knicks are like fully healthy, aren't they? Or are they still
Yeah.
without what's his name, Julius Randle?
Oh no, Julius Randle is out, but he's talking about like the better role players. So.
Oh yeah, and that's what people don't understand, man. That makes a difference. Like when you
Mm.
have that depth, that solid depth, that's better than having 3 max contracts on your team.
Oh no, Detroit. This offseason is not over yet. Detroit. It's not over yet. Even though Hammond's gone, the offseason is not over. It's not.
Yeah, we still gotta right the wrong. Like we still gotta like I said, man, whoever we this is about to be a Rob Palinka. This is probably Rob Palinka's chance to prove himself.
Probably his last chance.
Yes, because he has to get the coaching hire right,
And
and
making
he
sure
has
that he
to
has his own
build.
coaching staff.
Yes,
You're not
he has to
handpicking
build
assistants
around the
anymore.
coach.
No handpicking assistant coaches anymore. Mm-mm.
No hand picking assistant coaches. Let whoever you hire, that's who you hire. Let that coach pick his staff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you run people away. Say, I'm gonna pick your assistant coaches.
Yep.
That's how you miss out on Monty Williams. That's how you miss out on Ty Lue because you wanted to pick their staff.
Or Jason Kidd even. But
Yeah.
that's a whole different.
So I'm like this, man. I'm going into this off season assuming that we're going to give this new coach what he needs so he can perform to the best of his abilities. So this can be a potential coach going forward,
Mm-hmm.
at least for the next 6 to 8 years. We need some kind of you know chemistry going,
Well, I'll give him 3 years to see if we can improve this team in 3 years.
and
Mm,
that's what I was saying to Eric. I was saying that get his coach at least the same timeline as LeBron James,
mm-hmm.
just to see what he can do.
Yep. 3 years.
And if we like what he sees, or if they like what they see, bring him back. But I just want to be that team that's not recycling coaches, man. That's not healthy.
Well,
We
I
did
mean,
it for
not just.
way too long.
And Palinka's got to have a talk with Austin Reeves and his agent about changing his role back to being a six man. I can't give him that starting position. Can't.
I believe that'd be the best place for him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and if Rui coming back too, I think that'd be a good spot for him. We need them
Yeah.
two coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to you got to spread it out. You got to spread your talent out.
You
You
gotta
can't have
have
a
that
top heavy.
conversation.
Yeah,
You gotta have that conversation.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got to. And look, I'm glad they doing that
Mm-hmm.
because if he don't like it or he tried to act like he's the shit,
Mm-hmm.
then they could put him on the trade block because
Mm-hmm.
we don't need no negativity in the locker room
No trauma
just
either.
because you the sixth man.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they make the mistake when they trade for Dennis Schroeder. They promised him a starting position, and he was a six man. So,
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up, Eric. Because that's
mm-hmm.
one thing that's one thing the general manager does is when they try to sign these players or trade for these players, they be promising starting positions.
I can't give him that though. Like he hasn't earned it. That's my point. Like,
Yeah, you really can't do that, man. You can't promise anybody these starting jobs
mm-hmm.
or certain amount of minutes, but at the same time act confused because they're upset because they're not getting those starting minutes or whatever. When you
Yeah.
promise them that,
Mm-hmm.
you can't promise nobody is starting anything, especially when you're not the coach. You're the general
Mm-hmm.
manager.
Mm-hmm.
Your job is to put the team together, but it's up to the coach of who he or she wants to start.
Mm-hmm.
So only the coach can say who's promised a starting job or promised this or promised that.
Yeah, that was Ham's downfall. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I really just want to go through at least the next 5 to 6 years with the same coach and us having a respectable year by year,
Mhm.
meaning no turmoil, no missing the playoffs, just
No
be
playing,
respectable.
no playing seating, none.
No play in tournament. Don't get no lower than sixth place.
Mm-mm.
No lower than sixth place.
Mm-mm.
Shoot for six and above.
Mhm.
I'm tired of these play in tournaments, man. Mr. Laidback said Becky Hammond may be a good fit for Lakers. Like I said, man, I wanted Becky Hammond back when she was still the assistant under Coach Popovich. Another person under the Popovich tree.
Yeah, she's with the Aces. Mhm.
Yeah, she ain't leaving them. Aces seem like since they came into the WNBA, man, they just been
They
dominating
won. They won multiple titles. Yeah.
already. If you look at them, man, and I may be overlooking it. They can be like the new age Houston Comets, man. Remember how the Houston Comets came in dominating, winning the
Yeah.
first,
Yeah. Cheryl Swoops and
and all them Tamika
Cynthia
catching. Oh,
Cynthia
no, what was her
Cooper
name?
And Cynthia
Yeah, Cynthia
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because they won the first ever championship and they no longer exist.
That is a sad part, man.
Like, how did the Houston Comets just vanish?
What a first teams that was ever made. They vanished. Like crazy.
It's just gone.
Yeah, that's Rob Pelinka's biggest challenge. Dealing with 40-year-old LeBron James. Yeah, that's his biggest challenge. Yeah.
Yep. And the thing is, that shouldn't even be in question. Like, if I was a general manager,
Right.
I would not even think about building around a 40-year-old.
But
I
it's
would
gonna
be building around a
happen.
person I gave that big ass contract to.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Davis. Right?
You gave Anthony Davis a massive contract.
Yeah, a max contract too. Hmm.
That's who you should be building around. And that's who the next coach should build, like, should make plays for most of the time.
Yeah, but if it's JJ Redick, you know he's gonna build a system around.
And that's why I don't want JJ Redick, because he's going to cater so much to LeBron
Mm-hmm.
that it's
Mm-hmm.
just going to, it's going to cause the players to turn on LeBron and the coach, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cause they gonna look at him as oh, he playing favorites. He giving LeBron what he want. He gonna have a whole locker room. And what you gonna do as Rob Pelinka? You gonna lose your whole team, or you gonna trade LeBron James?
I mean, you're gonna have to clean this mess at some point, which he did
Yeah,
with Westbrook, which he did with Westbrook.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's I don't know, man. It's look. I say it like this, man. If you have like guys with head coaching experience on the bench with JJ Redick, maybe it could soften the blow. But if you're getting a whole bunch of rookies like him, they just gonna brown nose him and just go along with
Mm,
what he does.
he's gonna be the next fall guy, basically, right?
Yes, yes, Blaze. I've been saying that for the past 2 to 3 years. I
Yeah, it's been a rough one.
It's been real rough. Been real rough. Go James said he was going through the I'm still a rookie head coach phase. I can't
Mm-hmm.
make this up. West Finals, in season tournament champs, first round exit. I mean, the writing was on the wall for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We it's gonna be, if we get JJ Redick, it
Mm-hmm.
might be a worse season than Darvin Ham pulled off.
Yeah,
If
but mean, if JJ Redick gets the job, he better know what he's in for.
That's the thing. It's it's one thing to be a first time head coach.
Mm-hmm. The
It's
expectation
one thing to be a first time head coach and you coaching LeBron James,
and the expectations are there.
and the expectations are there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the first head coaching job of being a Laker.
Yeah, the
Not only do
expectations
you
are
got to deal, not only do you got to make LeBron's cult following happy,
the fan base too.
you got to make the Lakers fan base happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope whoever we get, like I said, the only rookie head coach I would hire that's that's used to this is Rondo.
Yeah,
Rondo played for the fan base of the two biggest teams in NBA history.
Ronda has his off the court issues, which he has to resolve.
That he does. He does. He does.
Mm-hmm.
But let's hope that that gets resolved soon because his name has been brought up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like
Even
in for coaching positions.
even in college basketball,
Yes.
like we just gotta start there.
I mean, he can go back. He can go back to Kentucky.
Yeah, or be an assistant coach over there. I think they
Yeah.
rehired a head coach there.
Yeah. Go James said if they choose Reddick, Braun might be the one calling the plays for sure. And that
That's
and that and that's not
that's
and that's
possible
not going to
too.
work.
That's possible too. Yeah.
It's highly possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's highly possible.
Yeah, they're gonna extend Tyler. That part is true. Yeah.
Now, if the Lakers weren't interested in Ty Lue, I'm guarantee you he would be fired or he'd quit.
Mm-hmm. But he's not gonna turn down that offer. He's not.
Right. That's how you know the Clippers are the Clippers act like little brothers.
He's not gonna. They're not gonna allow him to end up with the Lakers. They're not going to. They're that petty.
Especially knowing that we in the same division.
Yep.
We
And
got to see this team 4 times.
it's a rivalry in the same building.
Yeah.
But next year they won't be in this building. They'll be in their own building. So
They'll be in their own building, but they'll be in our old city.
yeah, that's. Well, I mean, hey.
They're gonna be in the same city where they had the home where Magic and Kareem built, the Great Western Forum.
Yeah.
We the reason why Inglewood is called City of Champions, man.
And all the '90s Laker teams.
Yeah, all the '90s. I went to I went to the Great Western Forum back when it was still up. I'm glad I got a chance to do that. Back in the mid '90s. I'm telling you, man. Kobe was the most focused player I ever seen, man. You cannot distract that dude.
Mm-mm.
I was like 10 feet behind him, yelling his name. He did not turn around.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That dude was focused, man. He was like what, 19, 18, 19 years old. Focused. Had the
Yeah,
afro and everything.
$100 million. Boy,
And that's chump change to Bomber.
no, that is big for Ty Lue. I don't think he ever had one of those contracts before. 100 million.
But for how many years?
I think it's like what, 5, right?
So about 20 a year then? I mean, that's cool, 20 a year.
I mean, I think Steve Kerr got like what, 18, 19
Yep.
million a year. Hey.
I mean, I'm sure we know Reddick is gonna be the head coach. but
His
it's good
coaching
to
staff,
speculate.
his coaching staff would be the bigger question.
I just look. This is all I'm asking. This is all I'm asking. I'm already like 98% sure that we're gonna get JJ Redick. I'm just asking that he, like I said, and I can't stress this enough. Just bring you some basketball minds around with you that's had coaching experience before. Don't bring a
Well,
lot of first timers like you.
yeah, that's
Don't do that.
the yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna work if you're a rookie and the assistants are rookies too. No, it's not gonna work.
And my guess is, and I'm just assuming that he might be an offensive minded coach.
Mhm. Yeah, we need defensive coordinators. Yep.
Yes. So you need guys that's defensive minded.
And coaches that put players on check.
Yes.
Mhm. That's the other part.
Maybe you can call up Byron Scott. Hey, I don't know.
Do you really want this job though?
I don't know. I really don't. I really don't think Byron Scott want to
I
deal with
mean,
all this.
I mean, he
These.
coached the previous era.
Yeah, he did coach Kobe, man. He coached Kobe. He coached Jason Kidd and them.
Yep.
He coached Chris Paul.
Mhm.
He's very defensive minded. His downfall with the Lakers was that his team was full of rookies most of the time.
Yeah.
It was like Kobe and a bunch of rookies.
Mhm.
Like he did better coaching veterans.
Mhm.
So it's like if you want to go that route to bring somebody that's defensive minded, a former coach of the year, he took the Nets to back NBA finals.
Mhm.
I mean, he did run into the Lakers and he ran into the Spurs. That's how he lost.
Mhm.
No fault to him. I mean, those are two juggernauts in the West.
Yeah.
And I think he was coaching Chris Paul when he became coach of the year.
Mhm.
And he's very defensive minded. He used to say, if you don't play defense, you don't play. You don't get no minutes.
Mhm.
So he's very defensive minded. That's a candidate I will call up. Or I can go on Instagram and ask him myself if he'd be interested in that. He might say no, but I can ask him.
I think he rather be in the broadcast. Uh,
Yeah, he might, because he been on Spectrum, every once in a while.
yeah. Yeah. Him
But
and his former teammates. Yeah.
yeah. So since we know he's gonna be offensive minded, right? You think Mike D'Antoni be good for like as an assistant to help him with some plays?
I don't know if the Laker fan base will like that Mike D'Antoni back. I don't know. I
I
mean,
mean, but this time it'll be different because he'll be an assistant coach.
it could work. I mean, if he fits what JJ Redick wants, like,
Mhm.
oh, you mean that buddy approach? Yeah, I hope not. Um,
Yeah, he's going to have some great plays. Like he's going to. I look seeing the type of player that JJ Redick was.
mhm,
He might have the type of playbook similar to Mike D'Antoni or the way the Warriors play.
mhm,
He might have a similar playbook like that. He's gonna really be on him about shooting a 3-point shot. I'm
yeah,
already knowing, especially knowing that that's part of today's game. So if I was the Lakers, if you're not gonna bring in the 3-point shooter, or 3-point shooters,
Hmm.
you need to hire a legit shooting coach.
Yep.
Bring in a shooting coach. Like, just, bring in Tim Legler. Bring in you can bring back Steve Nash. Bring some shooting coaches in. Whatever you do, don't bring in lethal shooter. Don't do that. I heard he messes up their percentage. So
uh, yeah, AD worked with him in the off season. Yeah.
mhm. So I would say bring in some. If you're not going to bring in the shooters, bring in the shooting coach,
Hmm.
and have them working with most of them during the off season. I know the stars have big egos, so they ain't gonna even give a damn.
Yeah.
But all the ones that's like working for a contract, or all the ones that's like still young in the game, have
Yeah.
them working with the shooting coach most of the off season, most of the summertime.
Yeah.
At
Bob Mills.
least 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks before training camp.
Yeah.
Have them, shoot it, get some shooting drills in.
Yeah, but the thing with Mike D'Antoni is he can't be stubborn about not playing any big men for rebounds.
You're right, Go James. That's why we need like, and it hurts me to say this. That's why I keep on like bringing his name up, even though he's too inconsistent.
Hmm.
The perfect player to play alongside Anthony Davis is D'Angelo Russell, but he's too inconsistent because the dude can pass his ass off and he can shoot.
Well, that's one of the guys that Rob Pelinka needs to have a serious conversation with because of the fact that I think the rapport between Pelinka and DeAndre Russell is not the same. That he could easily opt out and go elsewhere, and you don't get your asset back.
Hmm. So you saying that
David
he in
Allen,
his mind he wasn't treated fairly, so he gonna just fuck the franchise up?
yeah, he was basically scapegoated. Mm-hmm. You feel like he was scapegoated. Um, I think that report has to be resolved. So because
But Eric,
once you lose DeAndre Russell's asset, you don't get the cap space.
yeah,
You
that's
know.
gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you feel about LA Sports Live's question, though, Eric?
David Adelman, I mean, yeah, he's good schematically. That's why Denver has been so successful with the pick and roll Jokic and Murray, and then a cut action with Aaron Gordon and MPG going on a curl for a 3 pointer. I mean, yeah, his offense works. Like, and then defensively, it's just using Gordon as a at the block and just go for loose balls and get easy get easy rebounds. Schematically, it works. Like, but I don't think Denver's ever gonna let him go. Like, what they're gonna replace him with, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, he'll be a nice lead assistant for JJ Redick. I mean, if Denver decides to,
Yeah, I'm seeing now that he's about to interview, or he had an interview for the Charlotte Hornets.
yeah, and so does JJ Redick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything you can do to
Improve the roster.
shred the
Yep.
Denver Nuggets, do it.
Yep.
I mean, whatever assets you can get from the NBA champions, do it. Whether that's an assistant coach, whether that's a player, whether that's a trainer, do it. I don't
Lead,
care.
yeah, lead assistant. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's a good point. He knows what it's like to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You can put him. You can put him alongside JJ Redick.
Yep.
Even if you're an assistant coach that's used to winning championships with a high profile team, and you done it recently, like David Adams,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be a good pickup.
And
But the thing is, here's the thing: why would he leave the Nuggets to go to a team that he's been beating
yeah,
with as the same position
yeah, his offense was his
as a
offense.
head coach? Yeah, if he came as a head coach, he would undoubtedly take that, or at
Yep.
least seriously think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was me, I wouldn't go to a team that I've been beating, and they offering the same position.
Yeah, he wants to have possession. Right.
Yeah, only way I would do that is if I was getting at least $5 to $7 million more than what the current team is paying me. If I get like a pay increase, that's the only way I'll do it.
Yeah, like a 4 year. Yeah, like a 4 year deal.
Yep, pay increase. You getting out the Mile High City, moving to LA.
Oh no, Miami's not the same culture, Micah. No, they're not. Are they gonna pay Jimmy Butler the 3 year extension, just like as LeBron? Are they doing that? I mean, if they don't have Jimmy, what's the Miami Heat culture?
Hey, we need the if we want the Miami Heat culture, Mike, we got to get Pat Riley over here. That's it. Pat Riley got to come back to the Lakers if we want the Heat culture.
Hey, Jimmy Butler was part of the Miami Heat culture,
Yeah,
and without Jimmy, they're
we
not
gotta
contending.
we gotta kick. We gotta get Pat Riley like a role that Jerry West got with the Clippers if we want the Heat culture,
Like the advisor
like a special
position.
advisor. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you actually need a high profile person like that in like somebody to be in Genie's ear.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that to be in Genie's ear.
Yeah. But that's
Even a
not
Bob
happening.
Myers.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay Jimmy Butler top dollar either at his end of his career. Yeah.
Speaking of, I mean, we this is supposed to be an hour show. We went over an hour, so might as
Hmm.
well stay on for another few minutes. I want to bring something up.
Hmm.
Uh, what do y'all think is going to happen to Patrick Beverly?
He can get suspended. Yeah.
You think he about to be out the league, like on some John Morant type stuff?
No, 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 no. There's probably like 4 to 5 games because he hit two fans of the basketball. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I saw that clip, and then I saw the clip of the post game interview when he was giving that lady a hard time because she wasn't
Yeah,
subscribed to his podcast.
yeah. It's a 5 game suspension. I mean, it's what it is, man. Like it's nothing major. Maybe it's a minor.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Patrick Beverly is man. He's funny. Like he's funny. Um,
Yeah, but he didn't last long with the Lakers though.
nah, he didn't. I mean, I think we got Patrick Beverly like I say about 3 to 5 years too late.
Yeah, not just that. We traded him for Mo Bamba and he didn't play much. Boy.
Yeah, Mo Bamba's a shell of himself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like we tried. Hey, I'm sorry if y'all hear that beeping in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, he said I give him 3 years, 100 mil. He did reach a couple finals.
Yeah, I mean that's about it, but no more than that though. Like,
They banned who from ESPN? Pat Beverly?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean because he used to go on the first take shows and all that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm about to say, wait a minute, ESPN?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, ESPN is owned by Disney. Disney don't want to deal with that shit.
No, Disney is, I guess, too kid friendly now. But I mean, it depends. But,
Yeah, that's why Stephen A. Smith got his own show where he can cuss and talk about whatever he wants
yeah,
because
and
ESPN is watered down.
same
It's
thing with
owned by
Reddit.
Disney.
And Reddit got his own too.
Yep. I mean, 3 years, 100 mil for a guy like Jimmy Butler is still good because he's still a dog.
Yeah, two
He,
years
he
in the
still
playoffs.
can. He still has the ability to carry a team or at least be a strong number two.
Yeah, two years plus one player option. That'll be 3 years.
Yep.
Hmm.
Eric, do NBA teams not do team options anymore? I don't really see too many contracts with team options anymore.
No, they're mostly player options now because it's mostly a players' league. The teams don't have the control. It's the players. Mostly
Gotcha.
players. Hmm.
So I used to think that I don't see nobody with a team option.
Hmm.
It'll make contracts more tradable if you had team options
Yeah, if you have a contract like Ruiz or Austin Reeves, but
on.
if it's bigger than what they're making, it's mostly player options. Um,
Right. So
mhm.
all in all, before we wrap this show up, I want to ask everybody that's in the chat. I want to ask everybody that's in the chat. I need y'all out of all the candidates that we named that was brought up, Budenholzer. Hold on, let me let this window up because this damn trash truck, man. Of all the candidates that was brought up, Budenholzer, Kenny Atkinson, JJ Redick, and possibly not Ty Lue anymore.
Mhm.
Or even if you have your own, what would be
Yeah.
your coaching pick? Like, who would you want the Lakers to pick up
Mm.
without saying Mark Jackson? Because we that's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
Who would y'all want the Lakers to pick up and y'all will be satisfied with out of those three names? JJ Redick, Mike Budenholzer, Kenny Atkinson. Samurai said Lionel Hollins. Ain't he retired, man?
Yeah. He hasn't coached in he hasn't coached since the 2020.
Yeah, he got his ring as an assistant coach.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Blaze Reed said Kenny. I mean, I read his thing, his stats earlier. He does have a horrible record as an assistant, as a head coach with the Brooklyn
He
Nets.
yeah, but he's done well for Golden State as an assistant.
Yes, that could be his ceiling, being an assistant
Mhm.
coach. I mean, we never know. That could be his ceiling.
Yeah, Budenholzer. Yeah, Darvin Ham was his assistant, so that's why I don't like the Budenholzer answer either. Um, like, and Kenny, I mean, I don't know if LeBron's gonna ever respect Kenny like what he did with the previous coaches he had. Like that's the that's a LeBron question, but I mean that's more of what's the best candidate. Um, I mean maybe Kenny Atkinson is the answer, and he brings some of the assistants over from Golden State. I mean who knows? Maybe he is the best answer.
And this is what I just thought about right now. that was
Mhm.
going through my mind. You have a lot of players today and age that look up to Kobe Bryant, but you also have a next wave of player that's coming in that grew up LeBron fans.
Yep.
Okay, his actions are gonna rub off on these people. Pause. Like they're
Yep.
gonna come in the league not respecting coaches and trying to get coaches fired and all that type of shit.
Mhm.
And that's not gonna sit well with me, man, because
Yeah.
it's not easy being a coach. A lot of times, all it takes is common sense,
Yep.
and that's
Mhm.
something clearly Darvingham didn't have.
Mhm.
You know, I can't sit here and tell you about X's and O's because I have no experience with that. But
Mhm.
a lot of times, when you see stuff happening on the fly in game, a lot of that just take a lot of adjustments takes common sense. You see
Yeah.
this guy's not shooting good, take him out. You see this guy not playing defense, take him out.
Mhm.
Common sense. You see the
Yeah.
guy having a hot hand, leave him in.
Yep. Mhm.
Just takes common sense for some of
Mhm.
the parts. And
Mhm.
sadly, Darvingham didn't have that.
And his assistants end up being the fallback too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But as we say, Rush Hour is supposed to be an hour long show, but sometimes we may go a little over, depending
Mhm.
on what the listeners are talking about or what comes to mind at the last minute.
Mhm.
Uh, Before I completely close the show, is there anything you want to add, Eric, or say, or promote?
No, there's nothing to promote. It's just preparing for the next one. Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Y'all still continue to look out for the community posts and
Mhm.
give us, stuff that y'all want us to talk about, and I can talk it over with Eric, and then we'll come up with some notes, and we'll do our best to get all y'all ideas in the conversation for
Mhm.
episode 3.
Mhm.
So we appreciate y'all showing love for the first 2 episodes of Rush Hour. This will be an ongoing thing for the most part.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to give y'all, like I said, 1 to 2 shows, maybe 3 shows, depending on our schedule. We're
Yep.
gonna try to start you off with 1 to 2 shows a week. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Hey,
man, unless some breaking news happen, we can give you another show.
hey, Micah. That's why we've been talking about the L's since 2020. That they've setting themselves back unless they fix it. Um.
Yes, yes. Way too many L's, bro. Way too many
Mhm.
that I want to count.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, we're gonna end the show by saying, please, the ones that's in here, the ones that will be watching the replay, please, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe if you're new. Please comment if you watch the replay. That's very important as well.
Mhm.
Even if you was on live, comment on the replay if you rewatch the show.
Mhm.
You may come up with a question. You may come up with an idea. You can leave ideas in the comment section too. I always look at the comments. So, uh, y'all help make this show go on. So, yes, we will be back probably with a show next week or maybe this weekend if something breaks.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, thank y'all for listening or watching, whatever y'all doing. And we'll see y'all on the next show. This has been Angry Lakers fan representing Lakers World Order, and my co-host Eric Kwan or EQ,
Mhm.
and we are Rush Hour.
Yep.
Don't you ever touch a black man's radio, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
What the hell did you just say? right, y'all. But we out, man. Salute to all of y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Mhm.